Okay, for some of these stellar after Christmas deals. So the first mega deal I want to show you right here is this Craftsman 63-inch. This is the 9-drawer, the rolling workstation here, the workbench. And this has the wood top. Now this is the patriotic theme. There's 2 patriotic themes, and I'll show you the second one in a second. These 2 were the ones that were selling the most from what I saw, because I track the affiliate codes and stuff that we send into Lowe's and Home Depot and all of that. And this is the one that people seem to be liking the most, was this patriotic. Now these are like magnetic decals that stick on the front of these, so you can take them off and have it be pure black, or put them on. Or who knows, maybe you can get different ones later on. Now, you might recall I had showed you this deal in my local Lowe's store at the beginning of the Black Friday season. And this deal is still going on, and it will end this week on December 31st on New Year's Eve. So you've only got a few more days to take advantage of this incredible deal if you want to get your hands on it. Don't think that you were going to wait until January, because it will be too late. This thing will go back up in price. And most stores don't have this in stock anyway. You're better off just ordering it online and delivering it to your house. Yeah, so this is the magnetic stars and stripes front panels here. And of course it's on wheels. But what I'm really liking here, and you only have until December 31st on this, folks. So this is your post-Christmas deal on these Craftsman rolling tool storage. So if you've bought a bunch of tools and then you have socket sets and everything, all of your sockets would go up in these top drawers, and you could put some of your drills and impact drivers and big old circ saws and other tools in these bigger, deeper bottom drawers. And all of these are soft close. But look at this, man, $649. That's $349 off. These were $998 before. So you're saving $349. And remember, you only have until December 31st, 2025 on this. The next time you will see this go on sale will probably be next Black Friday in 2026. We had these at this same price last year. So at least these here seemed to be tariff proof, and the inflation certainly did not take its toll on these, because the same Black Friday price is what we had last year. Okay, now there's a different flavor that you can get here too. You can get this one at the exact same price, but this one has the flag on the front too, which looks really cool. I like this design. So both of these are popular, and I've seen a number of these sell last year and this year as well. So I'll make sure to have this link here, and you should see the link at the bottom of the screen here when it pops up when I'm talking about it during the timestamp that I'm talking about it. Sometimes the YouTube AI algorithm is smart enough to know what product I'm talking about, and it will make it show up at the bottom of your screen. And if you can see the View Products button on the lower left of your screen, then you should be able to click on that and have the link come up directly. And I will also put links to everything that I'm showing you today here in the video description as well. And by the way, let me just give you folks a warning. When you're buying any of these big items like this, make sure you know exactly how you're getting it. Don't go pick it up at the store, because you don't want to be dragging this big old heavy thing and possibly through bad weather to your house. Have it delivered, because they generally will come in a box, and all you got to do is drag the box in and then unpack the box. But as you can see, you have more available delivery than you do pickup. Some of you may not even have this anywhere near you in your store. So make sure you're always selecting delivery on all these big items like this. I don't want to go down to the store to get them and then have to deal with it. You want them to drop it off at your driveway. I'll show you more tool storage in a second after this. One of the garage organizational systems you're going to want to look at here are like these NewAge products cabinets. I just installed my set that arrived last week, and so I'm still working on filling mine up. But here's the setup of them on Lowe's website. And here you can see you can get them in different colors. You get gray, you can get black, you can get platinum. But I, of course, ordered the red version because this is just that classic kind of Craftsman color. This is what you normally expect to see with your mechanics tools and things like that. The best way to do this is that when you look at a typical garage, like yours might look kind of like this. So what they have here is a prefabricated setup that fits a typical garage. And this one is called a 108-inch. And this one might be the most suitable one for most of you. And I'll show you an improved version of this one after I show you this one and what this one's about. So this one is currently $650 off, and you have until February 2nd. But, you know, with these kinds of sales, the delivery schedules start packing up. And so you really want to make sure you're in the delivery queue on these so you don't wait too long. So I ordered mine on December 1st and I got it on December 10th. This is the 108-inch long system that fits most of your garages. And so this consists of here 2 of the 30-inch wide pantry style lockers. And so there's one on either side, and you can configure them either way you want. And they all tie together, so you don't have to worry about it. They all have side holes already pre-drilled, and you just run the bolts. They give you all the hardware you need to make all of this happen. And so you have 2 30-inch wide locker units, and you have 2 of the 24 by 12-inch deep wall units here. And then this one's really nice because you have here on the bottom, the left base cabinet here is a rolling unit on wheels in drawers. So you can put all of your sockets and wrenches and everything else that you might need in here in the different drawers and maybe some of your drills and stuff. And now you can roll this out to your car if you ever have to work on your car and then roll it right back. And then, of course, you have another base cabinet here with 2 doors, and everything here is soft close, which is really nice with this. So this is the NewAge Products Bold series right here. And so you can see there's your layout, say 108 inches. The 2 big lockers are 30 inches wide and 18 inches deep. These other 2 units, I think they're about 2 inches less. They're probably 16 inches deep. And then the wall units up here are your standard 12 inches deep. So this is meant to be mounted on the back wall of your garage here like this. And you want to make sure you've got enough room to put one there. So that's why these are only 18 inches deep. Now you can see how there's a lot of space on either side. So this is a 108-inch version. But there's another one that you can get that if you have the space, and I tell everybody this, maximize, get the biggest, longest setup you can find that fits in your space here. So right here, you can see 108 inches is leaving way too many gains on the floor for you. So even though this is $15.99 and that's $6.50 off, let's back up and go see how much the next size up costs. Here you can see the next size right here would be 132 inches. Now this I think is the ideal size. I went with a 156 inch on my setup because I had exactly 157.5 inches across my garage. So I made mine an absolute squeaker. I took up every possible linear inch of wall on that back garage on mine. And I even had to go up and around the electrical panel, as you can see. But here's what getting the 132-inch version buys you, because now you get a third unit. So now you're going 3 units across the bottom and 3 units across the top. So you're basically gaining a lot more cubic space of storage, and you're also getting a longer worktop surface, your tabletop. And you can get this either in bamboo, like you see here, or you can get it in metal. And so, yeah, so here's the dimensions of what your system would look like. So I would highly suggest, if you can fit the 132-inch version, that you get this one, because look, it's only about $100 more. You know, look at this, $17.99, and it's $500 off on this one right now. That's a huge score. And so as you can see here, getting them from Lowe's, the average savings is about 28%. Some are in the lower percent range. Some are, 27%, 24, 26, 20. It's all over the map, but you're getting a pretty good savings. And I can tell you, having just received my setup that looks very similar to this one right here, it is well worth the money. Now, I got the Professional series, and the difference between the Pro series and these, which you can't get from Home Depot or Lowe's, you have to order it directly from the company. I bought the Pro series because it's a foot taller on the lockers, and these cabinets here are 28 inches wide instead of 24 inches wide. And my lockers are 36 inches wide and 24 inches deep. So they're very deep. You have to be able to have the space to fit it. And of course, they're much, much more money. Mine was double the price of this. So you're getting this, I think right here gives you the most bang for your buck. This is my recommended system for you right here. This right here is the 9-piece system. So this is what you should get. I got the 9-piece system in the 156-inch, so it's bigger and longer, but yours would be the 9-piece system in this setup here in the Bold series. And then let's say you have even more space in your garage. Well, if you do have more space, then you may want to look at getting one of this here. This is the 144-inch series, which is $2,100, and that's $600 off also. And by scoring yourself this 144-inch long one, you're getting a wider locker. Yeah, so this is a 42-inch wide locker as one of your lockers. And then look, this entire whole base cabinet system right here is an entire mobile system. So you could strategically place all of your best automotive related tools in this base cabinet right here, and then roll the entire base cabinet here all the way out to your car. Now you don't have to go and buy one of those Craftsman tool chests or one of those mobile workstations or anything, because now you've got one built in to your system. See, this is the dilemma I was facing. I was looking at originally a few weeks ago just buying a system like this at Lowe's or at Home Depot and just having this little guy, but I decided it was much better to do this entire storage system. And let me tell you something, this alleviated a lot of space in my garage where I had stuff piled up on the floor and I was trying to go through it all and sort it all. And now everything is going to be much better sorted into this more compact space right here. Now you're probably wondering, all right, who should I buy it from? Should I get it from Lowe's or should I buy it from Home Depot? Which one? Well, essentially, they're going to be very close in price between the two of them. So for example, here is the same exact model number of the NewAge product Bold series. Here's your 7-piece set, the first one I showed you. This is the 108-inch long system right here, and it's here at Home Depot. And so they're showing a slightly different discount, a slightly lower discount, simply because their price looks to be about $200 cheaper. See how it says was $20.95? But if you go over here to Lowe's, you can see their original price here. They're showing it as $22.49. So it looks like Lowe's had a higher price when it's not on sale than Home Depot did. So Lowe's price is $15.99. Then when you come back over here to Home Depot, they're about $80 more expensive. So in order to help you decide here, at the end of the day, what really matters to you is, do you prefer shopping from one or the other? It doesn't matter to me, Home Depot or Lowe's, who I get it from, because it's the exact same model number from the manufacturer and the exact same setup as well. So to me, I would look here at like the ship to store or ship to, I wouldn't even take it. Do not ship it to the store. Deliver it to your house, because the way they do it is it has to be dropped off on your driveway on a pallet. And then you have to spend about an hour or so, like I did, and unwrap everything here and get it off the pallets and use a furniture dolly, which you can get for $11 at Home Depot. I highly suggest you use a furniture dolly and move some of these big components into your garage that way. It's the safest way to roll it up the driveway and into the garage. So you want to look at the delivery, and if there's any shipping charges, that's what you want to look at as well. Okay, so for example, here I picked the delivery here. And by the way, even though it says January 16th to the 21st, I have a feeling this is going to come in much earlier, because I ordered mine on December 1st, and it said that it was going to come somewhere around the 19th, from the 15th until the 19th. And you know when it came in? It came in on December 10th, 9 days after I ordered it. So you'd better be ready for it when it gets there. And they'll call you to schedule the delivery. And anyway, this is, look at this. See, so the delivery was only $55. That is very, very reasonable for this. And so, yeah, it's showing the 20% off there. So, yeah, the bottom line here is, which is more convenient for you? Which, do you mind paying $80 more at one or the other? It just doesn't matter. And depending on what area you're in, the price rolls could be reversed. We simply don't know. And then here in the Craftsman 2000 series, these are your classic 52-inch rolling steel cabinets, and then you can also get the top units. I still don't know why they don't create a SKU that has the top and the bottom unit. So this is the bottom unit that's on wheels. So this has all of your drawers in it, and you could put your sockets and wrenches and stuff in the top drawer. And then you can see the drawers get wider as you go down to the bottom, where you can put circ saws and recip saws and other things like that, and big old drills and compressors. But as you can see, this unit here is $399, so it's $140 off. And again, you only have just this last week until the end of December 2025 in order to score this classic deal. Now this is going to be about $6.99 for the top and the bottom. So this right here, as you can see, this is the bottom unit, so it's on wheels. And let's go look at the top unit. Okay, so here's the top one. And remember, folks, let me remind you, when you order, make sure you're buying the same size. See, this is, well, they call it the 52 inch. It's 51.72, but they call it the 52 inch. So make sure that if you bought the 52 inch bottom, that you get the 52 inch top. And so this top here, as you can see, has the outlet strip on there, and it will also charge USB as well, which is nice. You can charge your phone while it's sitting up there. And it also has some extra drawers on there as well. This is the 8-drawer top. So this is $299, and this, of course, is $120 off. So what's really cool about this deal is the top and the bottom together they end up being about $6.99. And in previous years on Black Friday, they used to have this on sale for like $8.99 as your Black Friday, kind of leading up to Black Friday deal. And then on the Black Friday weekend, they would drop the price of these two components together as a set down to $7.98. Ooh, so you think now you're saving money. And then when Christmas was done and over with and they're trying to clearance them out, they would often drop them down to $6.98 if you could find them in any store. So this year they got smart, and Lowe's said, let's just make these Craftsman steel tool chests here, the $6.99 right when we start off. And again, with all of these, I say don't do pickup like you see right here. You want to click on delivery here and have it just dropped off on your driveway. You do not want to drive down to the store. It may be, or maybe it does not fit in your van or your pickup or whatever. Now, hopefully it should fit in your pickup truck. But again, you also don't want to have to be transporting and trying to lower this thing off of your truck and lifting it up in the parking lot there. Just let them deliver it to you. You believe me, you will be much, much happier then. It's a lot easier this way here. So I'll put the link to this in the timestamp down below on the bottom of your screen, and also in the video description below. You have the smaller, much more affordable steel rolling tool cabinet here. Now this one is $219. This was the Black Friday price, and this is also continuing until the end of December. And so this is a 26.7 inch wide unit right here for $219. And you remember I showed this to you in the store. Okay, so you're getting this in black then. But if you look here along where I'm pointing with the cursor, you can see you can also get them in other colors. You can get them in blue as well, but you're going to pay a little more. It's not at that low of a sales price there. So you're going to pay $269. So it's only the black one that's on sale. The white one is sold out. You can also get the red version, and you can get here this lime green version. And you can also get, this looks more like a kind of a grayish color. And again, with all of these, I would highly suggest that you just take delivery. Unless you're a glutton for punishment and you really want to drive down to the store to pick these up, just order them online. And then remember, any of these can be ordered online and then picked up in the store if you want. So you're not stuck with just ordering online and having it delivered to your house. You can order online and then drive down to the store where it says right here, pick up. And you got to make sure that there's enough available, because if there's 1, 2, or 3 left, chances are when you get down there, it will be gone, because I see a lot of errors with stock in all the stores where if there's 1 or 2 on the inventory, when you get down there, there's usually 0. Just simply because of that low count, there could be errors. Now, I do want to show you 2 other very nice mobile workstations from Kobalt here at Lowe's. This is the first one. And so this is Kobalt's 46.1 inch 9-drawer rolling blue wood workbench. And I like this. It has that butcher block wood top on top of it, and of course the lock there. And that top drawer is where you could put all of your adjustable wrenches, your sockets, and your ratchets and stuff like that. And then you can see how the drawers get wider as you get down at the bottom. There you can put, like, circular saws and other big tools. Some of your larger wrenches and things like that, your impact wrenches and other large tools. But this one here is $50 off, down to $448 from $498. And this also ends on December 31st. So like many of these tool deals, folks, don't think that you're going to wait until January. because you only have until New Year's Eve 2025 here to get into this deal. And again, I suggest you just have it delivered, because right here it says you can deliver it as soon as tomorrow, and they may not be at your store. Now you can see how the pickup here says that there's 2 available at my store. When it says 2, what I've seen a lot of times online and on the apps is when something says if there's anything 3 or less, chances are there's 0. And that's simply because, and sometimes that is due to the errors in inventory that we often run into, so that when you see something that low, it's probably not going to be there. So you want to save yourself the effort of ordering something and then having your order canceled. Just have it delivered to your house. You don't even have to set foot outside your house. The other one here that seems to be a very popular one with our viewers as well, because I've seen comments on my videos in the past, is this other version here of the 9-drawer rolling black, the wood workbench here. And so it's very similar in design, just a different kind of a color scheme. But this is also a very popular model with people as well. And so there's all your dimensions there. And most of these mobile workstations that you can see are going to be 18 inches deep. And most of them, again, same thing, 46 inches wide. And it's got the outlet on the side there. I think you can see it's got the integrated power strip on the side. So you have all of your outlets right there, and you can see where the electrical cord is wrapped up. So you can move it along out to your car if you want, and then run an extension cord out to it. And then you can power some power tools that might require 120 volts. So that's what makes these mobile workstations so popular. And then, of course, over at Home Depot, we have some pretty good deals going on, too, with the Husky. I wanted to show you this one down here because I was real close to buying this one. I was just, I was standing there in the store, and I loved this one because look at all the drawers that open up on there. Everything's soft close, and that butcher block wood look on there is just very, very classy looking. And this reminds me of the Milwaukees without having to spend all of that huge money on the Milwaukees. But what I really like about this, this is a $4.98 price. It's a decent price. But see, this comes with that metal pegboard on the back, which looks just gorgeous. And no other mobile workstation that I've seen, including the Kobalts over at Lowe's, have anything like this. So that's why I thought this is going to make a great storage unit for you to have in your garage for your tools. And then, of course, on the side, you can see the outlet strip in the electrical cable there, just like on the Kobalts. So you can mobilize this and roll it out to your car to work on your car and run an extension cord, and then you can plug any power tools that you might need into, like a compressor, into the side of this. So this is what makes this very versatile. I ended up buying an entire garage cabinet system, so I didn't get this, but this is the one that I was going to get right here, this Husky, had I not bought that entire wall unit system that I just installed in my garage. And I will have that video up for you in a few weeks. But this is a great price here for this one. And then I will link to this other one here too. This is a real incredible price. If you don't need the pegboard, you can go for this Husky version right here. Here's the 46-inch. This one's in black. And it's $100 off, down to $348. Now, they're not saying that there's an expiration on this, so I don't know how long these are going to be good for. It's probably as long as supplies last, and then that's it. So they're not showing any type of expiration date on this particular cabinet here from Husky. But there's what it looks like, and there's the side view of all of the different drawers being open. And look at that. You got wheels as well. Have wheels, will travel. And so this would be a great one to have for you too if you're on a budget. This is about as inexpensive and cost-effective of a unit as you're ever going to get your hands on, because this price is just incredible for $348. And by the way, I think these were the same price last year at Christmas time as well. So again, these Husky units were not affected by any tariffs or any type of inflation. And then also at Home Depot for the New Year's sale, we don't know if these are going to end before then or not, like they do over at Lowe's. But see, Home Depot knows how to market these better than Lowe's, because they're marketing it as the entire combo kit, not just selling them one at a time there and combining the price. Because a lot of people don't know that they're combos, that the bottom is separate from the top. But here at Home Depot, it's an entire package deal. Okay, so what you're getting here is 12 drawers total. And so this is $548 for the bundle. It's a 42 inches, so it's not quite as wide as that Craftsman series that you saw over at Lowe's. But at least here, same thing. Make sure you just have it delivered to your house because you don't want to have to go down and try to pick this up. And then there's what the different drawers look like here on this particular Husky 12 drawer unit. And so this one here, of course, soft close. And then I want to see if there's a bigger one. And then, of course, if you go into the 52-inch series, now this is going to cost a little more than the one that they have over at Lowe's, but this is a heavy-duty version right here. And this is a popular one with like some of the mechanics that have a lot of heavy equipment that they want to roll around in these things. And they want something robust and rugged that can really handle all of the different loads and the weights on here. So this one's $100 off right now, down to $898. And of course, it's lockable. A lot of mechanics want to be able to lock their drawers. They don't trust their fellow coworkers who want to come in and steal all of their tools and stuff while they're gone. So yeah. So this is it right here. It's a 52-inch heavy duty matte gray. This is 19 gauge steel here. Most of your other tool storage chests and everything, they're a thinner 24 gauge steel. So that's why some of the true professional guys go after these big rugged units right here. And of course, where it says one in stock to pick up here, probably not even there. I would be willing to bet that there's probably not even one there. So you're better off on these here, just choosing, again, like I've said, like a broken record, delivery. And don't forget, you can get different colors. So if you want to get a red one here, the red one's more. See, so I think the matte gray was the only one, the matte blue. But the red one, if you wanted it that badly, is a couple of $100 more. See, there it is. And so keep your eyes open for that video that I'm working on here for this whole garage cabinet installation and all of the engineering failures that you're going to encounter doing that as well. And speaking of engineering failures, we're going to be returning back to them again after the New Year's. And now that the holidays are done and all the tool stuff's behind us, we're going to be going back to these engineering failures. And I'll also be uploading for you some more videos on home remodeling and DIY projects. So thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we'll see all of you on the next one.